Yo, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the first episode of the podcast coming to you live from inside a car. I'm currently in Quebec, training at Maximize and getting some stuff ready for snow next year. Some big tricks that I need to put down, but the podcast also needs to be done. So this week's podcast is being recorded not in the podcast studio, but in fact in my car. This week's guest is a super sick dude. His name's Nate. He runs Ski Meme 69, pretty big meme page in the skiing industry, so you guys may know the page, may know of him personally. Super nice dude. I personally have never really gotten to talk to him or get to know him before this, so it's kind of cool. I was totally under the impression that he was a skier and that was his thing, but skiing's kind of more of a fun thing for him, and he's actually headed out to the army in a couple months, it sounded like, so that's super cool. I wasn't expecting the podcast to take that kind of turn. We got talking about a bunch of cool things. He's only been skiing for 2 years and did his first double last year, which is, like I said, crazy people these days. We also talked a little bit about what it's like running a ski page, if he's had any backlash from any of the memes that he's posted. There are some backlashes from certain companies, but you guys can listen to the podcast and hear about that. And we quickly covered the fagging topic. We don't go into detail on it. It's not something that I really want to talk about or something that I think really needs to be brought to light. What's happened has happened. It's in the past. But this podcast is a really good one, so I highly suggest you guys listen to it and enjoy it. For those of you guys who are going to be listening on YouTube or watching on YouTube, sorry about this, but this one's just audio only and there's no cameras. So you guys just get to listen to my beautiful voice, Nate's beautiful voice, and check out the badass thumbnail I made for the podcast. So quickly, before we jump into the podcast, I just want to say thank you for everybody supporting me next season. K2 Skis Ontario, K2 Skis in general, Vertica Outerwear, and if you guys haven't got your mushroom coffee from Four Sigmatic Mushrooms yet, you might as well just head over there right now. Use the discount code THEKID at checkout. Some good stuff, man. With that being said, enjoy the podcast. Ski Meme 69, otherwise known as Nate, and yeah, see you on the other side. Oh, sick. All right, yeah, let's get into it, man. So, first of all, dude, I don't really know much about you, but it's nice to be talking to you. I've seen you around, and definitely seen you a bit. You're on a pretty big meme page, Ski Meme 69, pretty sick page. And you ski a lot too, so phone number says from Denver here, so I'm assuming you're from Colorado. You said earlier that your parents are from Winnipeg, so where'd you grow up and how'd you get... Pardon?
No, not my parents. Just some family, like cousins.
Oh, some family. Oh, sick. Well, anyways, how'd you get into skiing, man? Where'd you grow up, and how'd that scene look?
So I actually was born in Illinois. I moved to Colorado when I was 2 years old.
Yeah.
And my dad was a ski instructor, so I started skiing when I was 2. I wasn't really into it until about freshman year of high school, and then I kind of found like more of a passion for it. Started skiing park kind of sophomore year of high school. So I've only been skiing park for about 2 years.
Oh, but, really?
It's definitely where I found, and yeah, I enjoy skiing a lot.
Hell yeah! So you only been skiing park for 2 years. I was stalking the Instagram before. Like, I've seen it, obviously saw it earlier, but it was like just like reminding myself and shit. And you did a double last year, eh? A couple doubles, or like 1 or 2, or.
So,
I saw a dub flat 7, which was sick.
Thank you. Yeah, so, the day that I did my dub, so, yeah, like I said, I live out in Colorado now.
Where?
But, where in Colorado?
Yeah, where do you ski at?
Oh, I ski, so my parents actually work at Copper.
Okay.
But I ski Copper, Breck, Keystone, just the flagship resorts.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, and that was my first double. Like I said, I've only been skiing park for 2 years. But this last season, I was out for probably 60% of the season.
Oh, shit.
So end of the season before last, sorry, let me just get all of us on the same timeline.
Yeah.
Not this most recent season that just ended, but the season before.
Yeah.
I broke my collarbone, so I didn't get a spring ski with everyone else, which was a huge bummer. I had a bunch of friends ripping it, and I just missed out on that. So broke my collarbone then. Kind of cool though. Got to go Copper closing day and film some buddies, and we all just messed around. My friend did his first dub.
Oh yeah.
So that was cool. Yeah, this season I came back. I was on the trampoline a lot over the summer, last summer with Jackson Carstetter.
Yeah, just like at the tramps with like Y East and all those guys, or?
No. So Carstetter is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
We met. We met through a group chat, and yeah, I just started hanging out with him, and I built quite the friendship off of that, and so he lives out here in Colorado too, so he and I just hang out and rip around and do stuff. So we were on trampolines quite a bit, and so I mean, I only learned how to double on a trampoline last summer, so it was a pretty new feeling. Then this season, I think I got a few months into the season, or like a month or two into the season, and I broke my collarbone again.
Oh no.
So I was out for another 8 weeks, which was a huge bummer. But when I came back, it was it was my first weekend back. I was out there with like Luca Harrington, Benny Harrington, Lachlan Crick, Zach Schuster, Jackson Beeman, my buddy Daniel. I mean, we had a whole freaking crew together, and it was like such a good day. I mean, I was feeling the dub, so I was actually staying at my. Do you know Bella and Rory?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so I was staying at their place in Copper. So Lachlan came over in the morning, and we were all just kind of chilling. I'm like, I want to try dub today. So he started hyping me up, started getting hyped, and yeah, I mean, I'm just coming off a broken collarbone, like first or second weekend back. I can't really remember, but and we get out there, we meet up with the rest of the crew, we're taking some laps. My buddy Noah was there too, and he and I like took the lap before, and I was knuckling the jump all day. Like I was just throwing like big flat threes on it and stuff, and I was knuckling it all day. So when it came down to it, I felt ready enough because I cleared one run. One run is the only run I didn't knuckle. And so we go up. All the boys are like hyping me up, get me in the zone. And then obviously everyone wanted to go film. So like Luke Botal was there, a bunch of homies. So we all go up. Then I had my buddy. So we have a few Jacks in our friend group, which is pretty funny. But I had my buddy Jack slingshot me in, and I was like sitting on my skis, like full tuck into the first jump. Yeah. Make it over. I mean, like I cleared it pretty well. So then again, I tuck into the second one, just like full tuck. And like coming into the jumps, I'm like, do I really want to do this? Like no one will really care if I don't. It's whatever. And then as soon as I was coming up the lip on the second jump in Copper's line, I just freaking like set as hard as I could and brought it around. So,
attaboy.
I mean, it was pretty fun. It's hard to. I'm 6'4".
Holy
shit! Hard to whip myself down.
Yeah, that's tall as fuck, dude. I'm like 5'3", so you got me beat by quite a bit. Dude, but like 2 years, if you've only really been skiing 2 years, even like just skiing park for 2 years, and you're doing doubles already, that's pretty sick. And that takes a lot of effort. How'd you break your collarbone? Like, what were you doing? Because you said you broke it the first season, the second season. How'd you break it? Like, what were you doing?
So, both of them were really fucking stupid and on tricks that I've done 1,000 times.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
It's nothing on anything new.
Yeah.
And that's not how it goes. So the first time I was going in, it was literally first run of the day. Mm-hmm. I was just, I just met up with my team and I went for just a backflip on the first jump, and obviously I didn't speed check him, so I bring it around, but I decked really hard, and I actually like launched forward and just landed on my shoulder, and I just felt it pop, and I was like, oh, there that goes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how I broke my collarbone the first time, on a freaking backflip. So.
Yeah. Well, I have a friend that broke his wrist on a switch one, so you're doing better than him.
Hey, dude, Benny tore his ACL on a switch one. So.
Yeah, Benny tore his ACL. Dude, switch ones are deadly, man. People seem to have a problem with them.
Dude, I've killed myself on so many switch ones.
It happens when you're not expecting it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, easiest tricks.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, we've overshot, jumped straight in, and then killed ourselves, so.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah, but yeah, then the second time, this most recent time, I was throwing cork sevens all day. I just wanted to do a cork seven tail, just add in a new grab, and I don't know, I just overthought the grab, stalled myself in the air, and just wound up right on my shoulder again. So
yeah,
same one too.
That'll do it. Yeah, the same one, and then it's weaker. Yeah, gets you. So you said you've been skiing with Jackson a lot. I saw you bought his summer setup and stuff. So you've been putting some work in the backyard this year. Or?
So I've actually been really busy. I'm joining the military here.
Oh shit!
So I haven't had time to set it up.
Yeah.
We also just moved. So I brought it over to my friend's house, who, they're good friends of mine. They're skiers also, so we're all gonna set it up together and start ripping it before I head out.
Nice. Do you wanna talk about that? That's cool. I haven't had anybody that's going to the military or been anything like that on the podcast. So what's that all about? What's the plan like? What are you expecting? Why did you choose that?
So, love skiing and all, but it's definitely not a career path for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted to be in the military as a little kid. So I also wanted to challenge myself.
Yeah.
Just be something more than I think I can be. Just push my limits. So I'm actually doing a special operations job. So special ops. I'm going in as a flight medic in the Air Force. It's called pararescue.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a pretty cool career field. Definitely, it's like one of the harder special forces to get into here in the States. Just between everything that they do. So I mean, I got a lot of work ahead of me. I've been training a lot. I'm glad to see you, the Fagans, everyone's kind of getting into the fitness mindset in the skiing community, which is sick.
Yeah, it is cool to see for sure.
Yeah, and the Fagan twins are friends of mine, so I get to work out with them and stuff, but they've been helping me with quite a bit of my training between weightlifting and mass gaining. So, I went last season, I was 6'3" and 145 pounds, and right now,
God.
6'4". Yeah, 6'4" and pushing 180 when I heat up to it, so.
Dude, that's good.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I said that's impressive, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's only been 3 months of training, too, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then my training kind of differs from theirs. They're weightlifting and stuff. I have to do a lot of cardio, so between swimming and, running and stuff, it's interesting.
Yeah, that's so sick, man. Have you done any skydiving and stuff like that? Because that seems like a lot of what you're getting into.
No, actually, I have.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say.
Yeah, so, actually, one of my buddies who's TikTok famous, we were, trying to figure out something to do and, some video ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's go skydiving tomorrow. And I'm like, yo, are you serious right now? And he's like, yeah, it's like $200. We'll just go up in a plane and jump out.
That's so cheap.
And I'm like, I know. And I'm like, wait, no, are we actually doing this? He's like, oh yeah, no, we're doing it. I'm like, all right. So me, my buddy Jake, and my buddy Skyler, we all went skydiving with Jake's dad. And it was freaking awesome. I mean, I can't wait to do more of it in the future. And the military trains me up for that.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, when I get out, like, I'm definitely an adrenaline junkie. You know, that's why I ski.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stoked to have a new thing to get that adrenaline out in my quiver, you know. Skydiving just looks so sick. So, and I get my certification through the military, so.
Nice. Yeah, I was actually
Yeah.
looking at getting mine this year. Just so I could do it.
So
Yeah.
sick.
It's so worth it, man.
Oh yeah. Have you been skydiving yet?
Me, I haven't been skydiving yet, but I've been done a lot of bungee jumping and stuff, and I've just never had time to go skydiving. But definitely something I want to do. Yeah, me and my friend were lining it up for this fall. We were thinking about getting it.
Sweet. Yeah, dude, it's like such a surreal feeling. And you know like how on a roller coaster you kind of feel your stomach drop?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get that when you're skydiving. You literally feel like weightless. No.
Damn. That's sick.
Yeah, it's just a real feeling. And going up in the plane, you got some anxiety, especially when they kick open that door and you're looking down from 10,000 feet. You're like, oh shit, it just got real. But as soon as you jump out, it becomes really peaceful, if that makes sense. You're not worried anymore.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah, no, that sounds exactly kind of how I imagine it. That's sick. So, you've been doing a lot of more cardio and stuff like that. I like how you said it's good that I think it's cool how you're saying you want to push yourself and stuff like that. There's a lot of people that don't. I try to bring a little bit of that to not to be push it on people, but I think a lot of people are kind of pussies these days and don't actually try to do don't really push themselves. They usually try to take the easier way out and just I don't know. I feel like it's not the way to go, but I like how you're putting that out there, so it's good.
Yeah, thank you. And I agree 100%. I think it's one of those things you have to step out of your comfort zone to have fun in life, because if not, then you're just living a fucking, a robot life. You wake up, go to your 9-to-5 job or whatever, or do whatever you want to do, and, it's just too routine. And I don't like that routine. I like being able to, spontaneous crackhead energy,
Yeah.
So.
That's what it's all about, man. It's funny though, I hate being that guy that just pushes shit on people, but even I just post pictures of me taking ice baths or whatever, just hopefully somebody goes out and does even doing something like that once in a while and just pushing yourself that little bit feels really good after, and then just kind of brings that attitude to the day and shit. So I think that's cool, man, and I think the army and shit like that is really good for all that. So I think that's a really cool career path you picked, man. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, no, it's one of those things, I saw in your story a little while ago where you just woke up, did a marathon, and I ran the day before, was a little tired, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Bruce just ran a marathon.
Yeah.
Now I gotta go do it. So, I didn't run a marathon, but, I went to my little trail run, so. But yeah, no, it's those things where, and you feel so good after it. You feel accomplished, you did something that day,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's sick. Cool, man. So I guess we'll get into the whole meme page and shit. How did that come about? Did you just start? What was the reasoning behind starting that up? Because you have 10,000. You have 11,000 followers now, eh?
Yes, sir.
That's not bad.
So, believe it or not, I didn't actually start the page.
Yeah.
It's another kid that started it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know where he's from. I think he's Finnish. I don't know. But anyways, I was sending him memes and stuff when he was a smaller page. I think I obtained it around 4,000 followers.
Yeah, but you were you made a lot of the memes and stuff too for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sending him stuff
Sick.
before. So yeah. But yeah, no, he just gave up on the account. He's like, I don't know what to post anymore. And so I took it over and started posting stuff. And it's been rough the past couple months with, everything got canceled, a lot of skiing going on. And then my life got really busy too, so it's been hard to post memes and You know,
I mean, it's not like a
definitely
full-time thing that you're going to be doing, so.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where I'm going to keep it, like, you know, I'm going to stay into the ski community, and continue to try and bring stuff to people. It's just, you know, not a lot of people understand what I'm doing right now.
No.
So it's been difficult to get, you know, memes out there and, like, try and stay, I would say, you know, relevant.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as the new season picks up, and, I mean, I'm going to be gone for a couple weeks without my phone because of basic, but, I mean, as soon as I get back, I'm having a few friends take over the account just to, you know, keep it alive. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's nice, dude. It's like, I mean, skiing's like a very small niche to begin with, so when the season's not rolling, and even the summer season especially isn't rolling, then it's like, it's got to be real hard to come up with shit. Like, it's hard for me to come up with content for myself right now. Like, obviously in the summer, like, what do you post in the summer? I'm not going to post a picture, like, of me just standing outside. Like, no, I need skiing content, but I can't fucking ski, so it's like, well, what do I do? But, like, I can imagine it gets tough for you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult. So, I mean, and my content's a little different. You know, Meme Core, I would say he's more professional about the way he does it. Like, he has more targeted memes. I just post whatever the fuck I find kind of funny.
Yeah.
So, it's one of those things. And Meme Core Colin is a good friend of mine, so...
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, we have our own different tastes, so... But, I mean, yeah, it's been a fun run. And I definitely want to keep content coming, and even though I'm going to be gone a little bit, and you know, just keep that up to date. And you know, it's like, it's cool that I gained how many followers I've gained, but I mean, at the end of the day, I just do it for fun. You know, I'm not trying to. You know, I get all the friggin' people asking to throw ads on my story and stuff. I'm like, dude, I don't do this for money, like, or clout or anything. This is just like for shits and giggles.
Yeah. And I like what you said. It's kind of a good way to stay, like, in touch with the skiing community and shit, like, because you really are just like most people that would come across a meme like that, like, anybody in the world that isn't in the park skiing community wouldn't understand it. But it's a good way of staying in touch with, like, everybody in there, and just, like, I don't know, it's like a nice little community. I was looking at some of the memes and stuff, and they're fucking funny, man. Some of them are cracking me up. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some that are just so fucking stupid, they're funny.
Yeah, exactly. How long do you spend making some of them? Because some of them I looked and I was like
5 minutes max.
5 minutes max. Okay, I was looking at some. I thought these, like, I was like, this would take a while, but maybe I'm just not on.
No, I've had people send me memes, and I guarantee you they take some time to put into them. And I've been definitely posting a lot of viewer submission memes just because
it makes
can't
it easy.
do anything right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's been good. I got a lot of creative followers, and I like to think of my my follower group as a little cult, a little ski meme cult. So they all got great ideas. I love my community. They're all great.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I love that. That's what I'm trying to do with the podcast and the YouTube channel and everything. I want to make a little cult of little pleb chickens just running around doing stupid shit with some extra crackhead energy, just launching quads here and there. Yeah. That's awesome. Cool. Well, I mean, I don't really have a whole lot more questions for you. I was gonna say, have you had anybody anybody get mad at any of the memes you posted or anything like that? Like, any people get upset? Because some of them I've seen have been like not too edgy, but definitely a little bit for sure.
Yeah, so I've had a few things come up. A little bit of it is. Sorry, I was getting a call. Most of it has been like pretty mellow.
Mm-hmm.
There was one Vishnu meme, and I guess one of the owners of Vishnu was not like super stoked to see me target his company, and I was like, well, you know, I was just making a joke. I wasn't targeting Vishnu as a company. I was more or less targeting this group of, you know, peers, and it wasn't even my meme. I didn't even make it, so I just posted it.
Yeah.
but yeah, and then everything with the twins going on right now, the Fagan twins.
Yeah.
I'm friends with them, and they made quite a hefty mistake.
Mm-hmm.
But being on their inside circle, I've definitely seen they do feel remorse for what they did, and it was one of those things where their apology video, I definitely would say, was not the best.
Yeah. See, I don't want to speak on this too much because I don't want it to be like a big thing, and I've kind of tried to stay away from it and like most of the stuff. But like, I guess we'll touch on it a bit. Like you said, the apology video. Like, I watched it. I don't like drama isn't my thing. I'm not about that, but it seemed a little bit scripted. But like I said, it's hard when you're put in a situation like that. So
it was definitely scripted, but it was one of those things where not everyone's like great at public speaking.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking on those and stuff. It was their way of trying to get it out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely got some backlash. People would say I was supporting their behaviors, but it was more or less like, look out for your friends. So
yeah, see,
definitely backlash from that too. So
yeah, that's one of the things. It's like kind of it's kind of controversial. I don't know. I like haven't really touched much on it. I think obviously, like as you said, it's not the best thing that you can do as a human being, but I think they've. I think they've learned their lesson, and I think they've had more than enough recourse for that for now. So it's kind of just like it is what it is, and move on from here because like you can only improve from something like that, and you can only move forward. So
exactly, and I'm not. I don't want to keep bringing this up. It's over and done now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely there are consequences, and I just wanted to bring it up for the sake of have I ever had any backlash?
Yeah, I can see how that could be something that will come up for sure.
Everyone says dumb stuff, and not thinking ahead definitely can get you in these situations. So, and a lot of these videos were private, and I'm not saying that it makes them right. I'm just saying that when they come out, it should have just been thought ahead, and all of this could have been avoided. And we're not all saints, so...
No, dude, I've done my fair share of stupid shit in the past, man. I was a complete moron in high school. And when I was I'd like to think I've grown up a little bit and became a little more mature, but I'm still a complete moron. But, like, with that being said, like, everybody has like, mistakes and stuff in the past, and, like, you gotta move forward from it. It is what it is. Theirs just got kind of shared on a more bigger scale, so, and it's been dealt with.
One of those things,
Yeah.
Everyone, we're all guilty of saying, less than politically correct things.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone's guilty of saying it at some point. And whoever says that they haven't is like, are you telling the truth? Or are you just saying that to be woke? And it's also one of those things where it's like, I doubt like 90% of like society could survive a 2012 Call of Duty lobby. Like, geez.
Yeah.
The stuff that was real.
Dude, I remember those days, so that's funny. It's funny that you bring that up. Anyways, we'll move on from there, man. I'll let you go soon because it's also late and I have to get up and ramp early tomorrow morning. My body's mangled from today. But I was gonna ask you what you had planned for the future, but I seem to have kind of covered that with going to the military and stuff. But where do you see yourself past that? Like, you're gonna go do that stuff, and you're gonna obviously go through basics and join. And then where do you see yourself? Let's say 10 years. What do you think you like? Do you have a general idea of where you'd be going 10 years, or just like kind of just winging it, or?
No, so I'm gonna be all over the world. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna see a lot of this, obviously, just with my job. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, I want to be somewhere like Colorado, or maybe not Colorado. It's getting kind of crowded here. We've had a lot of people move here. Maybe Utah, or if I'm traveling the world and find a place like I don't know. Like, I mean, I know the Harrington brothers love it down in New Zealand. They go down there and find some place. So I don't know. I really want to stay close to the snow. I mean, I love beaches and stuff, but winter is my cup of tea. So, it's definitely one of those things where I definitely want to be close to the mountains, close to snow, and I don't know. I might still be in the military for 10 years from now, or I might pursue other dreams and goals. I kind of want to be a firefighter paramedic.
Yeah, that's sweet. My friend's going to school for being a firefighter paramedic right now, so.
Yeah, that's sweet. I mean, I'm in EMT right now. I went through high school.
Nice.
I know a lot of people know.
I was going to ask, how old are you?
I'm 18.
18?
Yeah.
Okay, shit. So you're getting right into it, right out of high school, eh?
Yeah, I am.
Nice.
Which, kind of risky. I mean, going from being coddled your whole life to being thrown into the shit. So.
Yeah, it's good, dude. Throw yourself into the fire. See what happens. It'll either work or it won't.
Right?
There's only one way to find out.
Exactly. Get out of your comfort zone. And I really wish we could emphasize on that more,
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, go to pursue your dreams and goals, even if they seem, ambitious. If you told me a year ago that I would be, actually full committed to going into a special force group, I'd probably call you crazy. Or if you went back 6 years from now and told me that I'd dub on skis, I'd probably be like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. We're only on this earth for such a short period of time. Go out with a bang, accomplish everything that you can and want to, and seize every opportunity, try and there's no point in looking back besides to see how far you've come. So it's one of those things, try and live with no regrets, and if something goes poorly in your life, just try not to reflect on it. Just move on, see how you can learn from your failure, and just keep going. And that's definitely something I've learned after, a few ski injuries. I get scary after that injury, but once you're back to it, it's just like before. So there's no point in letting fear stop you from anything. So, yeah.
Hi, dude. That's sick. I like that. I think that's something that I'm going to try to sprinkle throughout the podcasts and the vlogs and shit every once in a while, just so people kind of get the idea, because it definitely needs to be spread a bit. And, for me, dude, same thing. I don't think I wouldn't have thought I would be here where I was now. I always wanted to be good at skiing and stuff like that, and I always wanted to compete well. But then again, I was also this degenerate kid that was just going around partying and doing shit like that all the time. Not to say that I wasn't having fun. I was definitely having fun, but I definitely wasn't near as focused or near as just ambitious as I needed to be to get where I gotta go. So I think it's cool to add a little bit of that, and obviously everybody has a different cup of tea. So some people are very content just staying at home and having a full family life and living the American dream. Personally for me, I want to go rage my you-know-what off and have a good time, so it's a little different, but...
Before we go, I just, if you still have some time, I want to ask you
You want to ask me some questions? Okay, I like this. I've been waiting for somebody to ask me questions on the podcast. This is exciting.
Tables have turned.
Yeah.
All right, so, what got you into skiing? What brought you around to it?
So for me, skiing was kind of always a part of my life, but not a big part of my life. I didn't really start park skiing until I was 16. My family would go on week-long trips to out west or something. We go on one ski trip a year, and then 2 or 3 days to the local hills that are an hour away, because I live in Ontario, so the highest hill is 600 feet, so it's nothing, or less than that. The runs take 3 minutes to get down tops. And for me, I guess I kind of always had little man syndrome, I guess. You ever heard of that? Yeah. So I was always in all sports and all things like that. I always wanted to just I was always really big in sports. I was competing and stuff like that, and I don't know. I just wanted to be really good at stuff. And obviously basketball, I did that for a while. Believe it or not, I was a team captain of my basketball team for like 1 year. And then obviously...
Your short ass?
Yeah, my short ass. In elementary school, I used to wreck basketball. It might have been a pity thing. They might have just pity put me as the captain. I don't know. Anyways, I played baseball, did cross-country running. I did basically every single sport. But I started, like, skiing was kind of... Everybody was also, like... was always, like, a little bit better than me in all other sports. And skiing was just kind of, like, the one thing that I just, like... I would go to the ski hill with my family, and I just, like, launch off every little bump I could find and just start doing 360s and stuff. And I just got really good really quick, and it just kind of, like, caught on. It was like snowboarding. I used to do 1 day snowboarding, 1 day skiing, and then I got to the point where I was, like, off the hills and hitting moguls and bumps and just catching air. I got doing some park, and I started snowboarding and skiing in the park. And then I remember within the first week I decided I was going to ski because I kept catching my edges on rails on a snowboard and just eating the rail with my face. So I was like, I can grind a rail and skis. I'm going to stick with skiing. And then from there, I just kind of like, I had like my local hill is Mount St. Louis. All there is to do there is park, right? So I just park ski. And I have, like, me personally, I'm not really scared of anything or not scared of much things. And I like to send. So me and my friends, we'd go there after school and we just like huck flips off rails when we can barely even like do a 360 and just like, if you do a backflip, I'll try a cork 7, and we like just learned our first 540 the other day, so just shit like that, and then kind of just went from there.
And is it your sister Megan? She's pretty good at skiing too, right?
Yeah, no, she got the X Games gold medal in Big Air this year, which is pretty wild.
Yeah, did she help you out at all?
No, I helped her out. She didn't even know what skiing was until I was 2 years into it. She used to do gymnastics and figure skating really heavily. Yeah, I know. That's funny how that works, eh? And I was like, you're pretty good at gymnastics. You have good air awareness. So, like, I forced her to come to the hill and, like, ski with me. And, like, I taught her first front flip and back flip in a 720. And, like, she only went skiing, like, 4 times that year. And, like, in the 4 days, like, I taught her all that shit. I'm like, okay, Megan, I'm making you come to the ski hill and you're coming with me all next year. So I signed, I got my parents to sign her up for a ski, like, the local, like, train park program at our home hill. Yeah, and then she got into that, and then just went from there.
Yeah, she's freaking insane.
Yeah, she got good really quick. She had really good air awareness and stuff from pardon?
Yeah. She got quite a few dubs and the air awareness, it looks like, so.
For sure. Well, for me, I like I said, I like grew up learning like most of it myself, so I was like jumping off my garage roof onto like my black bed trampoline trying to do like flips just to get enough height and stuff, and like teaching myself how to do corks. So obviously like my sets were awful, so when I started competing at a better level or higher level and I got a coach and like he taught me all that stuff, I kind of taught Megan how to do all that stuff, so like she didn't have to go like learn it herself and didn't have any bad habits, so like she kind of just like she figured it out real quick, which was sick. And we haven't.
That's such a nice.
Yeah, go for it.
Skiing with people that, like, definitely skiing with like Carstetter and Vienneman and all those kids. It's just, you know, they help a lot. You know, kind of get rid of your bad habits. So, but they've done it. They've been in your shoes. Like, they know how to critique these small issues and figure that stuff out. So, and just being around all these super good kids all the time, and, you know, making friendships with them and stuff is super insane. So I definitely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, for sure. It helps a lot, dude. And like I said, man, I spent like a whole summer trying to relearn my corks just to fix the set properly. So like I don't wish that upon anybody. I don't want anybody to have to go through that. It sucks.
No. Go ahead.
Sick, man. You got any more questions, or?
Yeah, dude. Like, what's your workout routine like? Because it looks like you're pretty into fitness as well. So. I'm
pretty. Yeah, I don't really. I'm not, like I said, I'm not like the twins or anything like that. I'm not big into lifting or gaining muscle mass. For me, I'm all about like performance and mobility and like the way like agility and stuff like that. That's all what I'm about. We have I'm on the Ontario team, and like obviously we have a pretty strict like workout program that we follow with that. I have one of my good friends is a really good personal trainer in and he got into that stuff, so he helps me out a lot with that stuff. And so other than just like following a pretty good workout program, just nothing like not really lifting super heavy weights, but obviously like gaining muscle and just a lot of like stuff like that. I do a lot of cardio. I like long distance running, and I'm always active. Like whether I'm working, I'm doing like always like hard like labor type style work. Like when I'm doing that stuff, I'm either trampolining, I'm skateboarding, I'm doing MMA. Like I do a lot of mixed martial arts, so I'm like super like just jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. Like that's a good enough workout on its own there. So like just like I just don't sit around at all. So with like a workout program and then always being active, it's like I have a good metabolism too. Like I'm not going to get fat if I tried.
Trust me, I feel. So, yeah. One of those things. But yeah, no, I used to do MMA, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, boxing. So
oh yeah, sick.
I loved it. Yeah, it was great. I mean, I learned a lot. Got to beat the shit out of my friends, so that was definitely a plus. Dude,
I would recommend that to anybody. Like that, any kind of martial arts is awesome.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. I mean, it teaches you a lot of discipline, a lot of I mean. Hell, you get some really good hand-eye coordination and, skills out of it. So
for sure.
It's one of those things. It's also nice if you piss someone off and you get into a fight, you know what you're doing. They have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, I got into a couple bar fights because I went to university for 1 year, and I kind of just, like I said, I was a degenerate kid at one point. I mean, still am, but toned it down a lot. And I was like, doing all that kind of stuff, and I was like, shit, I actually should probably learn how to fight a little better. Because me and my friends, we were getting in like 2v like 5s and stuff like that, and I'm like, this is just ridiculous. So that's kind of what started it for me.
Yeah, so what are your future plans like? I mean, I've talked to you and stuff, but don't know you super well yet, so
yeah.
Yeah, what are some of your future plans? Like, do you plan on going to school for something, or are you going to see where skiing can take you, or what?
For sure. So for me right now, I'm fully on board with skiing. I've done the school thing. I did a year in university for business. I did a year in university or college for business. I tried to do both while skiing, and I just realized I was half-assing both. And this year was probably the hardest year for me because I didn't know, like coming into the contest season, I didn't know if I was going to compete or if I was just going to this was kind of the year I was like, this is like, I'm either going to go to school or I'm going to keep pursuing this. So it was like I said, I can always go back to school. I'm not too worried about that, but that's not where I'm at right now. I want to compete. I know I can do way better, and I know I can be like one of the best skiers out there. So I'm gonna I dropped everything. I just worked and I skied this year and focused on it, and I really improved where I was at. So from there this year it's just fully skiing. Obviously I have a lot other stuff going on other than skiing. I have a lot of other passions and stuff. Right now I'm running my own property maintenance business in the summer because I can schedule my own stuff, and I need to make money because skiing's obviously expensive, especially when you're competing. I have the podcast, the YouTube channel. I have an MMA fight in about 3 months. So first of all, I want to take that featherweight strap. I want to fight in the UFC, man. I don't know why. For me, I think if I had found mixed martial arts before I had found skiing, I wouldn't even. That would be what I'd be doing full time right now. So other than that, though, I'm definitely coming to rec shop next year in the skiing world. I want to put out some insane video parts. I want to compete at the highest level, and I ultimately want to be able to make enough money to sustain myself and do I live pretty chill. I don't spend a lot of money. I usually live I don't go out and do stuff that much. But my goal is to be able to support myself through the podcast, my YouTube videos, and just skiing in general, and sponsors and stuff like that, and train and just compete at the highest level for the next couple years and see where it takes me from there. But that's kind of where I've set my goals for now. I'm not letting Megan be the... Yeah, there's no way I'm letting Megan be the only one with an X Games gold medal. That's just not going to happen. I said that. Once she got that, I was like, okay, well, now you're fucked, Megan. I'm coming. Yeah, that's funny.
That's how you get good.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit on your own blood.
Yeah, somebody has to.
Oh, exactly. Well, dude, it's been great talking to you. Go to bed. I gotta go to the gym.
What time is it there? 10? Yeah? Shit.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm going to the gym.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's
It was good to have you on.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm excited to be on. Yeah, I mean, hopefully, if I'll definitely be excited to be seeing the stuff that you're putting out next year when I'm off in basics down in Texas and missing skiing, but you know, conquering other goals and dreams. So
yeah, for sure, dude.
Love to see what the boys put out next year, and if I find a break and you're out here and in the U.S., hit me up and we'll try and get some laps in together.
For sure, man. That'd be awesome. I'd love to. And thanks for coming on. I'm glad we finally got to make it work. That was our time with Nate today. Super sick, dude. Podcast did not really go where I was expecting it to go at all, but I had a good time talking to him. It was interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did enjoy the podcast and you have been enjoying the podcast, please give it a 5-star rating wherever you're listening to, or just a thumbs up on YouTube, because it really helps the podcast get out to more people. We're coming for you, the Powell Movement. We are going to get more views, and we're going to get more likes than you eventually, so it's just going to happen. It's something that's inevitable. We're going to make a little cult on the podcast, and it's just one of those things that's going to happen. It's a must. With that being said, there's a little bit of audio difficulties considering we are filming it in the car, so I tried to do the best I could to sort it out. I'm pretty sure you can hear the whole podcast just fine, but some bits are a little bit quieter than others. Not all of them, but just some, so we'll get that sorted out for the next one, especially if I'm doing it on the road, because I'm going to be away for the next couple weeks, so I will find a way to make sure that the podcast sounds absolutely excellent for you guys when we are not at home at the podcast studio. And quickly before I leave, I just wanted to say thank you for everybody who actually listens to the podcast and stuff. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys are getting some good information out of it, and just, I don't know, you're having a good time listening to the podcast, enjoying what we have to talk about, and maybe learning a little bit. So with that in mind, I will see you guys on the next episode of the podcast, coming out every single Tuesday. Peace.